The road to Brooklyn is paved with opportunity, and tonight on NXT, it came a-knockin'. Stay with us for the NXT After Show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
And it's just like the ocean under the moon. I'm Mauro Ronaldo. No, I'm not. I'm Mark Donica, one of your hosts here for the NXT After Show right here on AFTERBUZZ TV. You can find me on Twitter at Mark Donica. We're joined by the entirety of the NXT team as well as a wonderful special guest. Let's get started with the folks that you know Jimbo too. But anyway, the true hobo sitting next to me for a change.
I'll bet you had all our iTunes listeners really confused. I'll bet they thought that was really a Mauro
Ronaldo?
Yeah,
That's
I'll
fine.
bet they really thought it was him.
They thought it was
rate us, give us 5 stars.
Oshikaroshi!
Holy
Tope
Karoshi.
Konhio! Into a shining wizard!
I just want to hear him say Kaza Hajime.
Gotcha! No, I can't do it.
That's
Did
a
you
hard
just
one.
bring up Stacy Carosi?
Yes. Nancy Pelosi.
You can find him on Twitter at TrueHobo.
Yep.
Mr. Bill Hanstock.
Hey, everybody. Man, it's a hot one.
That's under the moon.
Under the moon.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a show with you, Bill. It's nice to see you again.
I missed a week, and then you missed a week, and I
Is
had to
Hobo
host.
missing next week?
I'm banking mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
You
no,
won't
no.
know when I'm gone, but
So, 2 weeks ago I was gone, and then last week you were gone, and I had to do an awesome job hosting. It was really tough.
I believe
But
it
I
was a
can't hold a
wonderful
candle
time.
to you, my friend. I'm Sundown Motel on Twitter, and this lovely gentleman.
We
Hi.
got Mr. James Frank.
Hi.
Hey, man.
The world's only wrestling toy collector,
The only
Jimbo
one.
Slice.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you were going to do NXT today.
I know I lucked out. I
You
wore
like-
this shirt.
you- Pull a fast
Just
one?
happened
I know.
to wear the. He's like, oh, it's Wednesday.
Yeah,
maybe
literally, it
someone
was
will
like-
invite me to my.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Where are the folks find you on Twitter?
The Jimbo Slice, TheeJimbo SLICE. That's at the Jimbo Slice with 2 E's. That's at the Jimbo Slice. That's practice of doing lucha. 26
Yeah.
And
months.
that's a Twitter handle you can bet on. Mark?
Thanks. Now
Buy that for $1.
So tonight's show, interesting. We got a lot of re-debuts, re-emergences from a lot of folks that we haven't seen on
Reboots.
TV in a while. Yeah, I guess this was kind of a reboot.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
tried-
the GameCube came down.
They turned it off and on again.
Incoming
did.
game.
Thank you.
They pulled the NXT cartridge out, blew on it, put it back in, and suddenly there's an Ice Queen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, there's a few people I'd like to blow on.
It was actually the. It was actually the. What it was the video game from the beginning of Big, and at the end of Big, he figures out how to defeat the Ice Cave.
oh, okay, yeah.
Grew up. He grew up, and he learned
Right.
to use his mind. Big is definitely a movie about a woman having sex with an underage boy.
Yeah, no,
It's
100%.
absolutely 100% just about having sex with a kid.
But if you want to hear
That's
more
not
about
damaging.
that, make sure to subscribe to Popcorn Talk Network, because that's not what this show is about.
No, that's what the show is about starting right now. We're rebooting this show as well. Welcome to Big Talk.
Big talk.
Big talk.
Welcome to Big Mouths,
Big.
where we discuss big every week.
Can we get one of the big mouth basses?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, push the button.
No, every TV will have a big mouth mass on it.
I love it.
That could work. So tonight we're going to be talking about the episode, of course, but we're also going to be talking about last week's episode of the Cruiserweight Classic at the end, as well as an announcement about the Cruiserweight Classic in relation to. And of course, Steve brought up the damn picture of Big because we'll never be able to escape it. The show started
I get to
with
be on top.
Shinsuke Nakamura versus Wesley Blake with some really new, depressing music.
Nude?
New, yeah. Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, with that,
He has booty tassels now,
it's pretty adorable.
which are not tassels on his booty.
No, they're on the back of his boots. Boot-y tassels.
It gives him an extra sense of inertia. Makes him look like he's going at
Right.
an incredible speed.
It's the Flash.
Yeah, well, but he's moving so fast, but then those tassels create drag, and it's just very impractical.
That's
They're
true.
not aerodynamic.
I can understand
But
that.
it creates notion of movement. I have tassels.
Yeah.
I like tassels.
You like things that move.
Yeah, I do.
We talked about this last week with Nia Jax's ass curtain, or
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You're
I don't
familiar
know
with
if
the
we
ass
talked
curtain?
about that on air, did we? Because we might just be
It all blurs
Whistling
together.
the curtain.
Everything's
Whistling
like
Dixie?
a blur. I don't get
Yeah.
much sleep.
Talking about somebody's Thunder Valley.
Ooh, yeah,
That's later in the show.
We'll get to that. No spoilers.
We'll get to TM61. But did everybody else really like the little bit of story that we got between Blake and Murphy? Still, like they're not a set unit, but this show sort of like the two big stories from tonight's episode was Nakamura and Joe, and Blake and Murphy trying to outdo each other.
Right. Well, as we
No Way Jose.
I mean,
I said three stories. Okay. But as we discussed while we were watching the episode, this Blake and Murphy storyline is just basically like a prolonged divorce between these two loving, caring, cohabitating tag team former champions. It's basically irreconcilable differences, but in non-Drew Barrymore form.
I think one of them should like try and make it work. It seems like neither of them wants to be there, and yet they're still occupying the same space every week going, I hate you, leave!
It's
just like here.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's one of those like toxic relationships where it's like you've been together for so long that like you just can't stop gravitating toward each other.
I just can't quit you.
But this week we proved not only did both of the gentlemen get their first names back in the divorce, we knew about Muddy Murphy, but we now have Wesley Blake back again. So they both regained their first names in the divorce, but Murphy got possession of the dubstep.
Well, yep.
It's always sad. You know, maybe they were staying together so long for the kids for that dubstep theme. Maybe they're like, you can't just let this dubstep be out there.
Well, it's been something that's been prevalent throughout their entire tag team. Is Buddy Murphy has been wearing the pants in the relationship consistently.
Yep.
So he's the one that makes all of the decisions. This was interesting. The first match. Blake felt like he was actually fighting to really make a name for himself. But he didn't feel like he was just going through the motions. He was trying to really reestablish himself as a singles competitor. But we got some faff. We got some silliness. Amazing performance from Nakamura, not wanting to take the blown kisses. Yeah. I wouldn't. But
do you think that he was blowing the kisses to try and make Murphy jealous?
Probably.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's playing the jealousy angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get in his crawl.
He's like, he'll come crawling back.
Yeah. I'm gonna just make out with this Japanese guy real quick, and he'll get so jealous.
Works for me.
Yep.
A story heard far too often in the tag team scene.
Yeah.
But I thought Blake was awesome in this, and you were talking about them competing with each other and like Blake taking it to another level. You have to take it to another level with Shinsuke Nakamura because he's gonna Kinshasa your friggin' head off if you don't take it to him. And he's gonna do that anyway.
Shining Wizard!
Yeah.
It was a shining wizard!
Shining Wizard!
I
swallowed my gum!
Kinshasa!
A bug flew in my mouth! Back to you, Brian!
Back to the action! William Regal comes out after the match and announces that Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the championship is going to be taking place at Back to Brooklyn. And, Joe wasn't around to sort of give his okay, which he doesn't have to do. We'll more on that at the end of the show. We also got an announcement, it was earlier today on Twitter as well, but Relentless by Of Mice and Men is going to be the Takeover Brooklyn show theme.
And we got a Skype chat with them.
We got a Skype call.
Did, yeah.
That was really nice of them.
They were in studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were excited.
Someone's studio apartment.
Yeah.
So the next match started off with a really bizarre, I'm surprised that they didn't, have it snow bubbles in the arena.
Like Glacier.
Or Glacier.
That's right.
We got a callback to Glacier with Billie Kay, the Snow Queen.
Why can't he manage her?
No
He's
longer.
still active.
Wait, it was her that used to smell the flower, right? She
No,
said the poison.
no, that was-
Okay, so now they're two.
Now they're Peyton Royce.
Okay, now they're the Justice, the Legion of Doom, but not LOD, like the
yes.
Justice League villains.
I thought you said Legion of Dune.
Yes, the
Like the
Legion
sci-fi
of
movie.
Dune.
Riding giant
Dude,
sandworms.
what a finishing move if Billy Kay's like the Gom Jabbar, like.
We're pulling from all over the place. So we had Billie Kay versus Santana Garrett, who this isn't our first time seeing her, but
Arriba.
that was good. With the draft still sort of closely in the rearview mirror, we got two women who haven't spent too much time in Full Sail, looking to make a splash as the new face of the women's division. Jimbo, what did you think of this match?
I love women wrestling.
And thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made that clear because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that stood out about this match to you?
No.
Sweet. That's Jimbo, the Jimbo Slice on Twitter.
That's 2 E's.
More Bon Mo's like that.
I'm still caught up in this Dune thing. I'm just Dune.
How do we make this work? What sort of a pun can I come up with?
Herbert Miller?
What are you looking at me for?
Because you
look at me like I know.
You live in the dunes.
Well,
so.
Herman Melville.
Because it's summer and it's blowing a gale out there. All this damn smoke. Whole state's on fire.
Well, let me put it this way. After seeing this match, who do you want to see more of, Billie Kay or Santana Garrett?
Santana Garrett.
Unfortunately, Santana. She's not
Chico
signed.
Santana Garrett.
Yeah.
Damn it. I agree. Billie Kay was lucky enough to make her SmackDown debut a couple weeks ago, which is great.
Herbert.
Frank Herbert. That's Dune for the folks keeping score at home. Yeah, Billie Kay I would like to see more from this persona.
I love the entrance. I love the new theme. Awesome, great look. Just we need more from everybody.
There wasn't any establishment. Like you had this new entrance, this new attitude, new gear, new everything. Same old person in there. Establish yourself. What makes you different than you were before, than everybody else? What makes you you? Take that moment. Tell people. Or don't. And we like Santana Garrett better.
Yeah. I mean, not just going for the pun, but Santana in her performance and in her appearance was more colorful and showed more of her and smooth. This Black Magic Woman. But the thing about Billie Kay is we didn't we needed to go full throttle with it. Like no way, Jose. We got a couple of weeks of promos, but the second he came out, everybody got it. Instantly.
Like you just started moving and you couldn't even.
And you couldn't help
stop
it.
yourself. Oh no! Oh, it's happening!
Started Hobo.
Whereas opposed to this, where we heard something off of like a free licensed music website, and
That was the other thing. So Santana Garrett's music is a pitch shifted remix of Shinsuke Nakamura's music.
seemingly.
It is. It had the same structure. It was just a weird decision to put this match, like that theme with her, and then that match immediately after Shinsuke's match, where we just heard it twice.
Odd decision.
Yeah.
Totally an odd decision. But big boot from Billie Kay for the win. Hopefully we get to see this character develop a little bit more.
Boot.
The Big Billy Boot. And in the back, we see a much more calm William Regal than we'll see later in the show, with Bayley.
It's Bayley!
Hi, Greg.
Shining Wizard.
Shining Bayley. So Bayley wants a rematch with Asuka at Brooklyn. And Regal's going to ask Asuka nicely, and if she agrees, then okay, I'll just draw up the contract. And it's just really nice and cordial.
Although, I'm not sure why he has to ask her, because last week, Asuka said, I'll fight Nia, I'll fight Bayley, I'll fight them both. So maybe he's like,
She'll fight them both, she's hardcore.
Asuka, are you okay just fighting one woman? And Asuka's like,
No, she's gonna want a shark in there. You're gonna have to have Bayley and a shark for the women's championship.
But a land shark.
Yeah, right.
Unless you can't do it in, like, ankle-high water.
Yeah, no, you need a genetically modified shark bear. That's what you need.
Where did the bear come from?
A great white grizzly.
I was down for the shark until you added the bear, and now it's weird.
Well, now it can walk on land. You were like, oh, we can't do it in the water. You got a gimmick match. It's an underwater
Or John
Falls
Tinta.
Count Anywhere match. I don't know how you pin somebody in zero gravity.
Typhoon has a new action figure coming out.
No. Man, that's our...
What about
that's
Tugboat?
your finger corner.
He has a new action figure coming out also.
Fantastic! I love me some Tugboat.
Do the thing. Do the tugboat. Yeah, that's exactly how it went.
Choo!
That's not. He's like, oh, brothers, all my fellow Hulkamaniacs, we're gonna kill it for Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's the Cartoon Network version.
And who can forget another popular catchphrase of the day when Jim Huggan would go out and be like, I'm gonna beat you up, tough guy. Hey!
Dude, man, it was great. Even in Legends House, where he would just throw out the hey every once in a while. Man, that brought me back. Our next match of the night was TM61 versus a couple of second. What? Did I miss something?
No, just
There,
toot.
that's our.
Oh, it's the bear. No, but the bear has a machine gun.
The machine gun. Now it's a fair fight with
Right,
Oscar.
yeah.
Now it's a fair fight.
Yes, because she's loaded. She's just loaded to the gills. Is that a mecha bear?
He's surfing a shark.
Yeah.
like a
Must be
mecha bear.
Bearminator.
Bearminator. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bearborg.
A bearborg.
Bearborg. Bearborg butt.
Berg. So our next match is TM6. I don't know what this show is today. TM61 versus a couple of second-generation superstars: Rob Ryzen, son of Tara, and Adrian Nails, son of Nails.
Yeah.
So we've got Ryzen Nails versus TM61. How did we? This match was weird. This
I might have.
interesting.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I might have more to say about this match than the women's
Yeah,
match.
no, good.
Okay.
Well, you didn't have anything
Now
to
would
say
be
about
the time. You have the floor, Sir
the
Jimbo.
microphone.
Nails gear, awful. Was
I
that
couldn't
gear?
tell what it was. It
Well,
was like
like,
jeans.
what was he wearing?
Well, he
And then-
grew up with his dad wearing just an orange jumpsuit.
Okay, I take that back. Why can't the TMDK be TMDK?
They
Like,
are.
why-
I think it's trademark decade.
Like, why? Like, Bobby Roode got to keep his name. Why are these guys not getting to keep
I
their
don't think
names?
they owned it originally. It's the only thing I can think is they didn't own TMDK
Or like-
because it's still in use in other places. So I don't think they outright own
Like, is
TMDK.
he Shane Haste other places still? And is it Mikey Nichols other places still?
No.
And then they just changed
No, because
their
they
names
got
there.
signed. They
They're
got straight up
here.
signed. They're
They're
here now.
signed. They're exclusive.
They just didn't want to pay for that
But they
name.
have been
I don't
saying
know.
in promos, "We are the mighty and the mighty don't kneel." So they're still like owning that
Persona.
It's like
Right.
a catchphrase. I'm gonna go on record and say that the mighty don't kneel is also a dumb team name. So
Okay.
I always thought
It's
it
a
stood
little
for Team Murder Death Kill.
Yeah.
that's
like
a better
Demolition
name.
Man.
Sure,
You
Right.
know, like that's what I always thought it stood for. But
Demolition Man. That's great. He doesn't know how to use the tiny shells.
The three
Isn't it the
shells.
three
The three
shells?
seashells. Yeah. Which I use a lot.
Welcome back to Demolition Talk, where we talk about Demolition Man every week. Hey, nothing is over. Just give me something to drink. That's brisk, baby. All right, good.
No, you had it.
I was just waiting for this to happen,
Yeah.
and it happened.
Well,
so
welcome back to
Raise
the
your
post.
hand if you can do a good snipes. Anybody do a good snipes here? No.
I don't pay my taxes now.
That's
Oh,
close.
that's a good snipes.
That's a
Good
good
job.
start.
We nailed it.
That's a good
Welcome back to what the NXT after show is after the draft.
Yeah, really, because we got nothing to talk about for a little while.
All of our good topics and jokes got drafted to the main roster.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So yeah, I mean, this match
I'm just
seemed
happy
like
to be
just
here.
this match
Aren't we
just
all?
seemed kind of like a placeholder. Like this is one of the first matches in a long time that was just like, we got 10 minutes. Who was ready to work? Who brought their gear?
Well, one guy didn't even bring that.
Yeah, and that's even more so.
Here, put on these pads and get out that curtain, kid.
Can I change my pants? No!
But we got to Happy Valley or whatever.
Thunder Valley.
Yeah.
Thunder Valley, right?
Thunder Valley!
Got deep inside Thunder Valley.
It might be Thunder Valley!
Welcome back to TM61, where there's no rules, just right.
So we get a recap of No Way Jose and Austin
Right in the
Aries.
bloomin' onions.
Yeah, right in the...
You see the loaded bloomin' onions? They're trying to kill people
That's
now.
crazy.
Yeah, they're trying to outright
Are you
murder
not familiar
people.
with
No, I'm familiar, but
Yeah.
why?
Are you familiar with
What are
this?
we talking about?
I don't know.
Black Angus is my guess.
Tell them what
We
the-
were talking about it. We've talked about Dune.
Tell them
I
what the
can't talk about loaded
yeah,
bloomin'
tell
onions.
Jimbo doesn't know what the loaded bloomin' onion is.
It's,
like
it's
that,
a,
Black
okay, it's your
Angus.
standard bloomin' onion. Only they put fries with bacon
the
and
Aussie cheese fries. The Aussie.
What?
Yeah. He's trying to murder people now.
Don't
waiting
get a
for this to
picture.
get
Don't
pulled
get
up.
a picture.
Just get a picture.
For
Do
goodness
it.
sakes.
Yeah.
So
Fine.
they've taken the
We're all
Aussie
gonna
cheese
get
fries, which is
cholesterol.
the best appetizer out back, and they've taken the bloomin' onion, which is the most popular appetizer out back. They just put one on top of the
wow.
other. Yeah.
See, this is the kind of racial stuff that TM61 has to fight.
Yeah.
Every time they step into the ring, they've got to fight
They're
stereotypes
dealing-
like
yeah,
this.
they're dealing with this. This systematic societal belief that when they get, they're like, look, I'm not gonna pull you a wallaby dand, you know, like.
I bet you know what? I bet they probably
Vegemite.
optioned the name of the move to be the Bloomin' Onion.
Bloomin'
And then they're
onion.
like, no, please, no. God, no. Speaking of No Way Jose is in action next versus a reintroduced Steve Cutler, who actually gets an intro.
Wow.
And he has a vest.
Ooh. And he
It's a
had, he had
vest.
some sort of military type thing in his intro there.
Yeah, but then they didn't have that in his gear.
Not at all.
It's
He
so
looked like
weird.
he just got out. Honestly, yeah, he looks like I'm way done with the military. Enjoying my time off.
I'm on shore leave.
Yep.
Thought I'd wrestle a couple men.
Sounds about right. Yeah. That's why he was gone for a little while. I had to go back to the service. No Way Jose starts with his regular fun faff. He did a little bit of the dancing. But Cutler makes him get a little bit more serious. The side that we've been seeing in opposition to Austin Aries, and we get the straight right and full Nelson for the win. How much of the fun offense do you think will remain while he's trying to go after Austin Aries?
You can't fight Austin Aries with straight shots. I mean, you can try, but Austin Aries is going to move around it. You got to fight a man like Austin Aries from the side with that unique offense. That's what he has to do in order to beat Austin Aries. If you can go straight on, you're going to lose, so you got to hit him from the side.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I think there should be like a... If this goes a couple of shows, like a couple of takeovers where he's like, no, I'm going to be aggressive because that's what's going to win, and then he loses, but he realizes, no, it's the fun, the happiness is the stuff that'll throw him off and get him the win. I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
That theory.
Right now,
Perfect.
Austin Aries is trying to get in his head so that he'll play Austin Aries' game.
It's working. He's there. The angrier he gets, the more Austin Aries can sit back and laugh and relax.
Austin
Look at
Aries
that
has never
piss ass.
laughed.
No.
He doesn't have time for it.
You're right.
Doesn't care for it.
Ain't got
sorry.
time to laugh.
I laughed once in 1994. Didn't care for it. Never
Once.
It was terrible.
You shouldn't hang me on a hook, Johnny. But I'm really enjoying the new, like, the serious, the enraged side of No Way Jose. I think he's doing really well. He's showing a lot of range, and I just like No Way Jose a lot.
Yeah, dude. When he fires up, he lets it all out.
Yeah, dude. No, but
When
no,
he sits around the house.
I mean, he
really sits around the house?
No.
We're doing fat. Really quickly, American Waroni in chat. Steven Cutler should use a diamond cutler.
No.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, so Jose gets on the mic after the match. He talks about trying to keep it fun. There ain't gonna be no running. No way. He's gonna whoop his ass.
Oh, he's gonna whip some sparkle ass.
It's Sparkle Butt.
Oh, sorry.
It's a shirt that you can buy on NXT.Spreadshirt.com, so it has to be Sparkle Butt. So the kids can wear it.
Can we update it?
No. You have to be able to wear it to school or else the kids will never buy it.
Yeah, you can't have cuss
But
words.
kids love being edgy. They want to say
Look, they can
ass.
be edgy all you want, but when you go to school, that vice principal's going to make you turn that shirt inside out.
But I think that's the kind of thing that will get you respect.
Now, I
for
have a
school
hunch.
yard.
I already exactly know the precise answer to this, but when you were in, like, middle school, I don't know how young you are, I assume super young. When you were in, like, middle school or high school, did you own and wear a DX shirt to school?
Dude, I had the Operation DX shirt that said Troop 69 on the back. I never got in trouble for that, but when I was in elementary school...
Did you have the jersey that had...
No, I didn't. I had the Sable, like, swimsuit WWE magazine version that has, like, her and Mark Marrow with, like, a cougar, and they're, like, she's in, like, a bathing suit the entire thing. And I had it at elementary school, and, like, the yard duty was like, you can't have this here. And, like, took it away from me and, like, gave it to my teacher and was like, your mom needs to come pick this up.
Did the other kids think you were badass?
Dude, they were like, oh, we want to hang out with you.
That's it.
We
We
love
gotta
wrestling,
make
too.
a shirt with some ass in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We gotta put some ass in our shirt.
Oh, what if we do a shirt that's a picture of Hobo in the Sable hands bikini?
Oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
All I have to do is shave it in.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
put my hands here
Exactly.
and shave around my fingers.
Mark's got that joke.
Yeah, I'll have like dual turkeys for pectorals.
I've shaved you once. I'm not going to shave you again.
You waxed me, damn it.
That's right, I
you
waxed you.
me.
Don't look into that.
Shave us Y2J.
That's the Gillette sponsorship. Our next match coming in from the CWC, Kota Ibushi versus Buddy Murphy.
He hit him with so many Shining Wizards in this match.
Shining Wizard. This was a really physical match. Buddy Murphy, no slouch. Kota Ibushi really taking a lot of punishment, but ends up winning with a set-out powerbomb.
Mm-hmm. Kota Ibushi, he's
running
slender. He's slender, but so much power. Mm-hmm. So much power. It's amazing.
Not just a sit-out powerbomb, but an elevated sit-out powerbomb.
Yeah.
The last ride style.
Yeah, I was going to say, when he did it at the Cruiserweight Classic, Mauro Ranallo was like, "Oh, last ride style."
Last ride from the top rope!
And I was wondering if they were going to continue to call it that, or if he has a name for that.
Call it the Wedgie Bomb.
That's actually really good.
Gets right up in
the
the
Wedgie
grundle.
Bomb.
Yeah.
Gets in
See, that's why they can't get their
Evergold.
shoulders off the mat. They're just trying to get it out of their
oh,
butthole.
oh no!
God damn it.
Oh
I thought we were going to see a double moonsault. Not when he does like 2 in a row, but when he does one
Right,
and the guy
and
rolls
misses.
and then he does the next one.
I think they're definitely holding on his more crazy moves for later in the CWC.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like, why?
You gotta grow.
Yeah.
You can't
gotta
just
build.
throw it all out there.
I mean, in some ways, Kota Ibushi is a shower, but in some ways, he is a grower.
Yeah.
You gotta be both these days. You can't
Gotta
just...
be versatile. Sometimes you gotta go both ways, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the
Just the,
versatility.
way, just the way the winds are blowing these days. you
Keep
know?
it tight.
Yeah, keep it tight. Just
Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
Damn it.
You're hosting this.
Yeah, am I? I don't think I am. In the back, Joe arrives.
Samoan Joseph.
Simone Joseph, excuse me.
Samoan Joseph?
No,
Samoan
we're about
Joseph.
We're about to find out that some things about Samoan Joe. But what do you think Samoan Joseph does, like, when he's not on camera, like, other than eat a big sandwich?
Probably man versus food style challenges.
Wearing Zubas.
Zubas!
I think he likes to craft, and maybe he makes like wicker baskets or something.
Oh, yeah.
Underwater basket weaving.
He probably has to
That's
spend
possible.
a lot of time with, like, a pumice stone on his feet.
Probably. Scratching all that biz off.
Yeah.
It's a healthy skin.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Joe finds out that he's facing Nakamura at Back to Brooklyn. He's not too happy about that. Looks, he feels like he's got to go have an old talk with old Mr. Old Regal. And we find out...
I wouldn't call him old that many times.
No. He's just old Mr. Old Regal.
He's still a dangerous old man.
You said it, not me.
Oh, God!
We find out next week that...
He's an old man.
Bobby Roode is going to be arriving next week at NXT. In what capacity, we don't know. Maybe he's just going to show up.
Rude boy Robbie.
He's gonna be like, "Hi, everybody, it's me. Hey,
Run.
toot toot,
Dude.
The old...
Rudy Toot. It's the Rudy Toot.
He hits him with the Rudy Toot.
We've longed to see it here at Full Sail, the Rudy Toot.
Or like a Grace, Rudy Toot. So Joe comes out to the ring.
That's the Rudy Toot. I know it anywhere. I've been hearing about this for years, Monsoon, but he hit him with the Rudy Toot. That's curtains for sure. For the killer bees.
I miss this show so much. So Samoan Joseph out to the ring. He says that the title match is not going to be happening. Regal didn't ask him. Like, you think he would have the common courtesy. Hey,
It's common courtesy.
common courtesy. But Regal comes out.
Yes, now.
He really did
He's
have a
not here.
teleporter.
He's doing Skeletor. You're doing Judas. Joe will fight who Regal wants. But Joe's like, no. Why don't we go in the back? We're going to have a little meeting. We're going to talk. And whoever I determine that I'm going to fight, then we'll have a match. And he considers that a refusal and a forfeit and is ready to take the title.
What an effrontery.
Thanks, Daffy.
You're welcome.
And fight another number one contender so that we can have a match against Shinsuke. But Joe ends up begrudgingly accepting, but he's going to beat up Shinsuke like a moaf and like the rude boy that he is. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out. They have a little bit of a stare down. That's our show. Good night. No.
Yeah.
So we've
is our
got.
show.
I mean, that's their show, not our show. So we have a confirmed main event for Back to Brooklyn: Shinsuke Nakamura versus Samoa Joe. Does anybody want a gimmick?
No.
Is it no?
Nope.
Not this time.
No, don't need it.
Not like these.
I just want to see the Blood Man
the Bloodman return.
and the Swagsuke. Just they're gonna. hit each other so hard. It's going to be amazing.
The Bloodman hasn't been around for a good half a year.
The Sweatman is going to take his fist bag, and he's going to clobber the other guy with it.
I don't want to see anybody's fist bag. That's just me.
Make them sweat.
Do you think we're going to get Asuka and Bayley confirmed next week? Just Asuka and Bayley?
Yes.
We're not going to get anybody else involved?
No.
Okay, well.
I mean, who the hell else? I mean, Nia Jax's on the main roster. I mean, I guess. And she just lost to Bayley. Who you gonna put Billie Kay in there?
Why not?
Yeah.
Santana Garrett?
Sure.
Deanna Purrazzo.
The Gypsy Curse.
Oh, poor Tiana.
I really hope she takes that from us. I think it's a great moniker.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. That aside from those two matches, it looks like we're going to be having No Way Jose versus Austin Aries, Bobby Roode versus somebody, maybe
tag team title match.
Tag team title match. He doesn't know. Do you think we're going to have a blow off between Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy? Will they
On the
fight each other
pre-show,
one-on-one?
Because I think it's going to be another deal where they do like the taping beforehand that becomes
The show for the next week.
If they do have a match, I just imagine they'll start hitting each other, and then it'll slow down,
Yeah,
and then they'll start crying, and then they'll start holding each other
just
tenderly,
tender
weeping
caresses.
into each other's shoulders.
So a double count out.
Yeah.
No, they can spoon inside the ring. It'll just be like, we forfeit.
And then they'll turn on Endless Love and bring out the mood lighting. Yeah, that makes sense. I'd be down for that.
Friends listen to Endless Love in the dark.
That's exactly what I was going for. All right, so that's the NXT portion of our show. We're going to go into what we're calling the Cruiserweight Classic Compendium. We're going to be talking about last week's episode. What?
Where's an extra C?
Yeah, the CWCC.
Whoa.
We talked about this 2 weeks ago, and then last week I assumed it didn't
missed
happen.
it.
That's fine.
Cruiserweight Classic Compendium.
First, give me two CCs of cruiserweights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Mario Kart. We're going to be talking... Nope. So, the way that this is going to work, we're going to talk about last week's episode of the Cruiserweight Classic, but wanted to make an announcement. Thursday, August 4th, we're going to be talking about the first...
That's next Thursday.
That's next Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be talking about the entire first round of the Cruiserweight Classic, as well as looking ahead to the second round. Join us. We're still assembling our cast, but I'm trying to get as many people from the different wrestling shows as I can. You will not want to miss it. So... last week's matches were Tajiri versus Damian Slater. I'll just run it all down. TJ Perkins versus Damac. Mustafa Ali versus Lindsay Dorado.
That's Damac.
I said Damac.
Not to be confused
Not
with
the Mac. Willie the Mac. Mustafa Ali versus Lindsay Dorado, and Kenneth Johnson versus Akira Tozawa. Gentlemen, favorite match of the night out of those four?
Oh man, it's so tough.
What was the third one again?
Mustafa Ali versus Lindsay Dorado.
That match was a little nuts.
Maybe Damian Slater versus Tajiri. Like, I love Akira Tozawa so much, but the crowd was super not into that match for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it was hard to get into it. It just, those two guys didn't really click.
Yeah, that it seemed like that.
And then just there was so much dabbing in the TJ Perkins match that...
Oh, you mean dubstepping? According to Daniel Bryan, hits him with the dab. Like Morrow knew that.
Yeah.
Daniel didn't.
Right. He's from
Daniel
Washington.
Bryan lives in the woods and has
Yeah.
a composting toilet.
He's a woodsman. Like, why would he know what that is?
Return of the Mac. What about you, Jimbo? Which match?
I think
do
the
you like
Lindsay Dorado match.
Why?
most? I like that one a lot too.
I think, like, I've seen Lindsay Dorado on the Indies. I'm a bigger fan of his other mask personally, as far as like gear goes.
Same.
But he just like let it all out there, and the two like for not knowing the other guy at all. Like, his gear was different. His gimmick was different. It wasn't like everyone I've seen in this so far is like kick pads and shorts.
Yeah.
Kick pads and shorts.
That's true.
And like to see like the two of them go like balls to the wall and do technical wrestling and high flying and cool moves, which is what I like. I was like, oh man, because I love Tozawa, and TJ definitely did everything under the sun, but I think for an unknown,
and for TJ Perkins versus Damac, I think it's a similar case with the Tozawa match where they just didn't quite click. There were a couple of moments where it was like,
Honestly, I was pretty impressed by Damac.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he was like, and I was impressed by Ali too. Like,
there's
been a few matches in this tournament so far where it's like the guy that we're not familiar with and the guy that isn't gonna win and move on and keep doing stuff necessarily is sometimes the guy where you're like, oh, I'd like to see more of that guy.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Davari's brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like Davari, brother of Davari.
He's a brother of WWE superstar Davari.
Tajiri, former light heavyweight and cruiserweight champion holder.
He holds the champion.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Mustafa Ali's pre-match video about his style and how much he uses every single style and has learned it in every style, I think made him a little bit more dynamic, and it presented him as a challenge to Lince Dorado. And so I enjoyed their clash a little bit more.
Yep.
Thanks, Hobo.
It's really great.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm just one of those guys who's got to be the party pooper and go, y'all did way too much. Y'all needed to tone it the heck down. None of that at the end was believable. I was just going, well, what now? What are you gonna do now?
Where do you go from there?
Seriously, we're gonna leave it all out there and leave you nothing for next week. Like, I know this is a huge opportunity, guys. Biggest opportunity of your lives. Leave them wanting more. Don't give them everything you have. Get them to ask you back.
Be a grower.
Right.
Not a shower.
Not a shower. Don't be an over-shower. Cool it.
But
It's a big opportunity.
Nobody likes to show off.
As we talked about before the show, I just really like how every single match they give you at least a couple minutes of backstory on everybody, including the guys that aren't going to advance in the tournament, so that you have at least a little tidbit of like why you should care about this person and what that person's all about.
Mm-hmm. It made me care about Kenneth Johnson having next to no knowledge about him.
Especially when I was like, why did he kind of stumble in his promo? And then they're like, this guy came in, he interviewed. They were like, you got a bad speech impediment, work on this. And he's worked his ass off these last couple months to like get this opportunity. It just shows like how hard people are willing to work when this is put before them.
Like Damian Slater said, like they said that he flew all the way from Australia for countless tryouts.
Damian Slater looked the best out of everybody.
Oh, for
tonight?
Sure.
Because he lost. He looked fantastic. He looked fantastic, and he lost to Tajiri.
Yeah.
Super heavy. I mean, Tajiri in that ring is 100% absolutely controlled. He is a dangerous individual because he knows precisely when and how to move, and he can just tear you down. Just tear you down so easily. And he did that to Damian Slater, but Damian Slater managed to hold his own. And for that, he looks as good as anybody could on that show.
For sure. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
That's
Tajiri was
another-
even selling the arm afterwards. After the match.
That's another situation of like the person who lost. It's like, man, I want to see more of them.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like not showing everything that you have. Like Tajiri didn't even break out the Tarantula this time, did he?
He did.
Oh, did he?
He did. He didn't do the miss.
He didn't do the miss.
Yeah.
Well, I
No.
mean, obviously he can do the miss. That's a disqualification, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's not. The Miz?
Was the
No.
Dorado match the reverse
That's natural.
Rana?
That's naturally
It's a gland.
occurring.
Yeah,
It's a
it was.
gland that runs just here.
What about
Becomes
Lince Dorado?
inflamed.
The Lince Dorado hitting the reverse Hurricanrana on Mustafa Ali.
I thought that should have been
That
the
wasn't
finish.
the finish.
Absolutely, 100%.
I was like,
Everything
man.
else to that point was crazy, and then that, and then it kicked out, and I went, I'm done. I'm done with you guys.
For me, it was more of like I've seen like Samurai Del Sol do that and like nail it every time, and it's always a finish. So like to not have seen it on NXT or in WWE, and then someone finally breaks it out, and then
And
it's
he-
kicked out of
he
the first time you
spiked.
use it.
I mean, he
was
landed
like,
on the top of his dome.
because
You're
it wasn't like a
done.
full go back. It was kind of like a sideways one.
Yeah.
Although the only other reverse Rana we've seen was Bailey and Sasha off the top,
rope.
and that wasn't the finish. Either.
No.
Well,
It wasn't
that
even the
didn't-
story.
That didn't land as
Right.
gnarly as this
That's
did.
true.
I mean, he spiked. That was. He was holding his head like he cracked his cranium.
Probably did.
He might have. I know a guy who did that. Gnarly. Just, you're done. Just be done now.
A little sour about the Cruiserweight Classic there,
I'm
Hobo?
just saying.
How many cans of beans are you rolling today?
Shut up!
I'm just asking.
You mean, shut up!
I do mean shut up. So, just as a reminder, we are going to be covering the entire first round of the Cruiserweight Classic right here on AfterBuzz TV Thursday at 8 p.m. next Thursday, August 4th. And depending on how many matches they have in the second round, we are not quite sure of when the episode after that is going to be. So, hang with us. Stay tuned to us. We'll have all the information for that. It's going to be a completely different type of show than what you're used to seeing from the AfterBuzz Wrestling side, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So, we hope you join us. Does anybody else have anything else to talk talk about in reference to NXT. Who pre-ordered their NXT WWE 2K 2017? That would be the two of us.
Oh man, did you get the one that comes with the Finn Balor
That's
statue?
the NXT version.
Yeah.
$100. You get the game and the...
I went to look. It was already sold out.
Already sold out?
way.
By the time I went to go get it, it was already sold out.
WWE.com still has them.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I saw that statue and I was like,
Yeah.
I did like his entrance music. I was just like,
Sorry.
yeah.
Does it come on the NES?
And there,
Yeah. But they are putting out the mini NES.
I was just gonna say I
the
saw
mini
that too.
S.
Well, you can put it on top of
Yeah.
I
it.
already have an NES. I don't need a miniature one. What
This
am I-
one's better. You can get rid of the old one.
It has a bunch of games already put in it.
So you don't need the cartridges.
Yeah, so you don't gotta. It's not a ritual
already
to play a
own
video
them.
game.
Well, ritual is it's religion.
Hobo, what's your favorite NES game?
Excite Bike.
Oh, it's a very
Yeah,
good
you
game.
can make your own
I
track.
know, you make your own tracks.
That's
and
pretty
go off the
boss.
jumps and land on your
Yeah,
head. It's good.
It's super cool.
Excite Bike's great.
Yeah.
Well, next time on NES Cast...
Welcome to Excite Bike Chat.
Excite Chat.
Excite Chat.
So that'll do it for this week's episode of the NXT After Show. This was a lot of fun. I missed y'all. It seemed like it had been longer than a week, but I guess the... Shut up, Steve! I'm just kidding, thank you.
Shut up, Steve!
Shut up, Steve! Shut up, Steve!
God.
I'll hit you with the Shining Wizard! And I hope everybody who is watching the CWC is counting... that should be a drinking game. How many times Morrow calls a Shining Wizard. But
We
responsibly.
don't want to give people alcohol poisoning.
What's gonna happen when someone actually hits a Shining Wizard? He's gonna be like, running knee!
It's a running knee to the face!
Meteora!
They don't call that.
They don't.
Yeah, why
Double
don't?
knees.
Yeah. That's
They don't want
weird.
people to be Googling Shima.
I guess so.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hobo, a huge Linkin Park fan.
Yeah.
That guy's sweet offspring tattoo
My
on Monday.
life into pieces.
That's
This
Papa
is my
Roach.
last resort.
Papa Roach.
Sick Nick Mondo?
Great Linkin Park track. Yeah, Sick Nick Mondo. Yeah.
I was gonna say more like Lincoln Mark. Still, these are money.
People have to listen to this.
What are you doing?
They have to.
They have to.
They're forced to listen to
But
this.
speaking of people who have to listen to this, why don't you leave us a rating on iTunes? Give us a five stars if you're nasty. Leave us a comment. We will read it on
You a
air.
nasty boy? Give us 5 stars.
Ooh, you nasty.
You nasty.
Who you giving them 5 stars? Ooh.
And a thumbs up on YouTube. Leave us some comments. We read them every week. We appreciate you even during this
We're gonna have a
madness.
contest soon.
Yes, we are. We're going to have another contest soon. The lovely folks at Boom Studios have given us a blind bag from Comic-Con that includes one of these 6 exclusive covers. That's one of Bray Wyatt, one of New Day, one of Sasha Banks, John Cena, Triple H, and...
The Shockmaster?
No, not Shockmaster. Edge. And
The
Randy
Big Show.
Undertaker.
And The Big Show.
Gotta be the Undertaker. The Undertaker.
I think it's the
Undertaker.
Undertaker. But we're gonna be giving that away in a little bit. They're sending it to me presently, so yeah, we're gonna give that away next week. We'll figure out a contest because this
We're not
show
giving
is...
it away next
No,
week.
we're gonna announce the
contest.
rules next week. The rules will be announced next week.
Rules don't matter. Don't let them fake it
I've been
out
telling
like
you that for years, Monsoon.
But until next time, where can everybody find you on Twitter? Keep an eye on your wonderful social work.
You can follow me on Twitter at
Social work.
TheJimboSlice. TheeJimboslice. You can find me at PWG this Friday. I'll be running the hard cam there. And buy my documentary, The Young Bucks 2 Sweet Journey, at highspots.com.
Buy it. It's a really good documentary. He did a bang up job on it. He did a too sweet job on it. What's up? I'm on Twitter at Sundown Motel. You can check me out there. That's where I do most of my jokes and goofs and classic
You're pretty
pranks.
good at it. Oh,
I'm alright.
You're
I'm
pretty
alright.
good.
I'm alright.
pretty solid.
Alright. You can check us out at uprocks.com/sports.
Sorry, some chat said, winner gets a Shining Wizard!
Yes. The winner does get a Shining Wizard. Also, please check out withspandex.com. That's where we post all the wrestling stuff you need to read about. It's where I've posted all of my SP's Red Carpet interviews with the likes of The New Day, The Miz and Maurice, Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, who gave me an unsolicited hug and basically made my life complete.
That's awesome.
Unsolicited?
Unsolicited. Just because I said he looked younger than the Big Show.
I think you made his week.
Yeah, probably. And the fourth interview that we did was with Rey Mysterio. So check those out. They're very good.
Booyaka.
Very 619. Hey, we're very proud of how those came out. They're very fun. Go check them out. I've got some posts going up tomorrow. One of the posts I got going up tomorrow is a story that I've been working on for over a year. So check out withspandex.com. We got a lot of great stuff over there.
Hobo?
You can find me on the Twitter at TrueHobo. ProWrestlingTees.com/Hobo is the shirt place. It's there.
But can you get the shirt you're wearing now?
Not on ProWrestlingTees.com, my good man.
Oh,
no, you have to go to
hand for-
NXT.Spreadshirt.com for this fantastic shirt. I'm speaking slowly for the audience so they can type it in. NXT.Spreadshirt.com.
Yes.
Watch Fight TV for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, where I'm the damned tag team champion.
Defending.
The reigning, defending tag team champion.
I'll rain all over
The
you.
one behind the 21 dead doves eaten on Dead Dove Tuesday.
Dead Dove Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's the hobo.
Yeah.
Boom.
The hobo.
Yeah.
He's charging. Our audio listeners have no idea what's going
I
on.
don't know what that
Oh my god. I don't. Where am I? You can find me on Twitter at Donica. Also,
We're all fired.
well, yeah. So
Last
that's
week,
the last episode of the NXT match.
4 years has been a good
Been a good
run.
run, y'all. That's actually a really good Maria impression. She'd do it if she was mad enough. But yes, which she won't be because she likes us. You can find me on Twitter, Donica. I do a lot of shows here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm about to do the Red vs. Blue after show if you like Rooster Teeth stuff. We did a whole bunch of stuff for Comic-Con, hashtag Rudy Toot. AfterBuzz TV and Popcorn Talk did a whole bunch of stuff for, you right? For
Those damn smoke.
We'll stop smoking. We did a whole bunch of stuff for Comic-Con. Steve Kaufman interviewed Pentagon Jr. from Lucha Underground, who has Cero Miedo. And then Marquia McCarty from Raw interviewed Sheamus and Paige from the new Scooby-Doo film. It looks absolutely insane.
Curse
And,
of the Speed Demon.
Exactly. You got it right. And so we had a whole bunch of fun there. We interviewed Kevin Smith.
Del Torborn is in this movie.
What a pull! What a pull! Jim. Okay, I missed the after show now because there were so many weird pulls that you and Ty would do. But yes, again, we're doing a Cruiserweight Classic first round review next Thursday, 8 p.m. Join us. Be there live because there's no other wrestling on Thursday, so you won't be watching anything else. For everybody here, you can follow us all at AfterBuzz TV. We'll just see you next time. Just bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Toot you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.